welcome back to the first round coverage of the 2022 Indiana State Disc Golf Championship. I'm Chris Baker. I'm here with Steve Andrews. What's up, Steve?
Not much. Can't wait to see my favorite part of the course.
We are going to finish here on the final 7 of this 21-hole layout at beautiful Brown County Country Club in Nashville, Indiana. We've got Connor McKanna, Kevin Fodrey, Elijah Bickel, and Trevon Crowe on the card. Connor shooting hot so far, 7 down through 14, only bested by Lucas Rooney, who is 9 down through 14. We will be starting here on hole 18. Hole 18 is a challenging par 4. It's a 2-shot hole where you have to get up through a gap, pick your gap, and then out into the open. You'll set yourself up for a second shot, depending on where you land here, to come into the sloped green. Again, common theme here, everything's sloping down towards the woods line on all the baskets here. What do you think about this hole, Steve?
I love this hole. I think this is a BC3 classic hole, right? So you've got to make choices. Do you want to go wide where the gap is really open on the right-hand side and have a much longer second shot? Or try to run the middle or even the left-hand side and get a shorter shot in, but that's the danger. So BC3 is making you make a lot of decisions off the tee. Like, where do you want the difficulty to come on that first shot?
You want to bite off here.
That's right. Oh,
that's
boy.
a shot I've not seen before on this hole. It's hard to get it high enough, I would think.
To be honest, I don't have these guys' arms, but you're going to have a second shot in anyway. There's none of these guys that if they put it wide through the big gap, don't have the power to get there with a mid on their second shot.
Yeah.
So I don't even know why this center gap's in play.
Yeah, there's a cluster of trees there that if you don't get far enough up, you're in no man's land. You have a roller out or a step out forehand. Elijah makes it through.
I mean, that's the advantage. But assume he was 70 feet shorter, he's still going to get, have a good shot in too.
Yeah. Elijah's, where he landed is probably about 250 out.
It's a beautiful shot.
Kevin throwing a forehand roller. He's probably 100 to 150 out still. Connor kind of has to go forehand inside. That's all he's got from up there because he was so short off the tee. And then this is kind of the no man's land I was talking about where Trevon's stuck here. I think he's got to go forehand roller also. Pretty good position for Elijah here. This is about where you want to be.
Great position. Being able to throw, what is that? Probably got to be a putter, right?
Yep.
Just a
soft landing. Yep.
There you go.
Perfectly executed for this hole.
I mean, that's the advantage of taking that risk off the tee.
Mm-hmm.
You take that risk off the tee and you get a nice soft up shot where you can throw something that, roll it right under the basket. You don't want to see that sharp edge. Oh, that's a good tree.
Good tree.
Okay, tough putt, but certainly within his wheelhouse. Great putt. He had that same putt on 15 and canned it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
downhill.
Yeah.
Drop off behind the basket. From where he was, saving a par there is pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
Same for Connor.
Good putt. And a well-earned birdie. That was beautiful.
Good hole from Elijah.
Mm-hmm.
Hole 19, jumping back in the woods. A little shorty,
yeah,
under 200 feet, but a little bit tight off the tee. You can throw backhand turnover with a putter soft, or you can throw a forehand. You need a little bit of a flip up forehand so it doesn't slide up the hill. You've got these trees right off the tee, too, that make this shot a little claustrophobic.
I mean, the only real pressure here is that it's so easy that you feel like you've got to get it, right? So you just can't. It's the kind of hole that if you miss it, you're going to really be kicking yourself. But, I mean, that is its own kind of pressure of, you know, on sometimes some of these harder holes, you know, that just even a par can, you know, you're not losing strokes. But you feel like you're losing strokes to the field if you don't get it, too.
Yep.
Sit down.
Oh, boy.
Settle.
Okay. Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow, that is brutal.
Once it gets rolling, it doesn't stop.
Yeah.
One thing you can do on this hole is actually start a little further back on the tee pad. It makes that gap a little bigger.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good flick.
Good shot.
Ooh, almost ace from Kevin there. Hard thing is getting it short enough on this hole.
I mean, I almost, you know, I think this hole, after you've had these kind of holes where you've really been kind of stretching it out and throwing big shots, to have this little kind of claustrophobic hole is a real kind of gear change from the rest of the round.
Mm-hmm. Trevon looks to have a putter in his hand. Good flick.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Good shot.
Connor just taking his medicine, taking his 3 here.
That's smart.
Ooh, that was tough. I don't think that one was Kevin's fault.
No, that's it.
That was center cut.
Did he have the same thing happen on 11?
Yeah, I believe so.
In the ways that mattered, yes.
That's smart from Connor. I mean, like, you're 7 down. Okay, you got a bad roll away. You didn't get the result you wanted. Just get it and move on. Don't take any risk.
That shows a lot of maturity too, especially on a hole like this where you feel like you need to get it.
That's right. Right. Of trying to make up for it.
All the chains. And if it did one of those like flop out to the right.
Yeah, I've played with him a couple times at tournaments, and he is a very smart player for being so young. Hole 20 is a fantastic 2-shot par 4.
Yes.
Plays uphill to this flat area here, and then basket is over in the right side position. You'll see it just over here to the right. So makes you throw 2 kind of different shots here. You got a right to left shot and then a left to right shot. So get your best ready backhand and then your best ready forehand and get your birdie 3 on this hole.
It's a great hole. I mean, it's really a great hole because, you know, it's not so pinched that you don't have a gap, but you really need to control how much you're going to go right to left because you don't want to be on the left side, and that's a great shot.
And if you push long off the tee too, you can push up into the trees deep there and have nothing on your second shot.
You need just the right amount of aggression to get it to the spot you want.
Like, I think that's a putter from Trevon there. He's on the side slope. Could be a tough second shot.
Those glasses do not want to stay on you. Yeah. That'll work great.
He might be.
Might have a backdoor, so he
He might
pushed
have-
a little long like I was talking about, but if you can get far enough up there, sometimes you have a backdoor ready hyzer. And this is the interesting play I've seen a couple people do. If you can force over a righty forehand, you can chew off a lot of distance on this hole.
That was a smoker.
I'm going to be very interested to see what Connor is because if you're right on the tree line, it's a tough shot. You can go left or right. If you get far enough up there, it's actually the back door is a really nice shot. It's just a simple straight shot or a hyzer.
Yep.
But you've got to have a lot of juice off the tee to get up there and have that option.
Problem with this second shot, there's some low branches. That's a great
That
shot
is
from
a
Trevon.
great shot. He must have rolled all the way down so we could have another
Yeah.
flat lie.
If you don't take it wide enough or low enough, you'll get knocked down trying to come into the basket.
This is kind of a rough result. He threw a great shot off the tee to get something. Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Come on. It was perfect.
He's got a little low backhand line here.
Is he going to run up that through the back door from? I've never even seen that line before.
Yep.
That's great.
Yeah. Good shot.
Okay.
Circles edge short.
Oh, he did get up high enough.
Yeah, he's still going forehand
Still
though.
going forehand.
I think he really leans on the forehand up shot.
Okay.
Circles edge. He's been putting great today. Even this green is pretty fast.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of slope, but the ground's hard and it's fast. Just a little high for Elijah there. That's surprising. He's been hitting those. A solid birdie 3 from Trevon there.
For sure. Good putt.
Kevin takes his par 4. Elijah with his tap in par 4. For Connor. Our MPO field played that pretty well. Average 3.55, so pretty well to par. Hole 21. Really fun. Downhill. Got a drop off past the basket. Requires you to throw a fairly straight shot, putter or a mid, or you can throw a forehand out left, but it's going to skip down the slope.
You got a little bit of a low ceiling on the right-hand side if you want to throw the hyzer or the straight shot. Very open on the left, but you've got to control how it comes in and lands. Oh, great shot.
Is this 276 or is this?
Roll back towards the basket.
Looks great. If you can do that, then do that, because that left side's really open. But it can take a huge. I've seen giant skips.
Smooth. It's like a mid or a putter from Elijah. That's fantastic.
Yep. That's okay.
Kevin ripping over something that looks like it's kind of overstable. It's a good shot.
Those are all great shots.
Another scary putt, and he cans it.
It's way more dramatic watching you when I can't see, and you like do like a full 180, like to turn around. I'm like, oh, it's gone.
Oof. Just maybe a little lack of focus from Elijah there after kind of a tough round so far. Looks like we're going to have 3 birdies and a par here on our feature card.
3 holes left. 3 good ones.
All right, hole 22 is big uphill hole. 373 feels like it plays way over 400. Basket's tucked under this big catalpa tree.
Oh, don't pin out. Okay, that'll putt.
It's good power from Trevon though to get all the way up there.
Yeah, it plays there's a tree here, this tree that's about halfway up there forces you to either go wide left or wide right, which makes it play a lot longer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Connor.
You should just go right under it.
He throws it past the basket.
Smashed it. God.
On a low line also.
On a low line to get underneath that first tree.
Kevin going under stable. If it can hold, he'd be in a good spot.
Yeah, good shot.
That's a great shot.
Wide hyzer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good shot, Elijah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Parked it.
Oh, boy. Oh, my gosh. That's a great throw.
That requires some power.
Oh, you got to, particularly as wide as you have to take it around the tree.
Hyzer the whole way. Great putt.
Man, he is just on fire. That putter looks so good.
Mm-hmm. Trevon from Circle's Edge. Just left it a little short.
Kevin, after a really good drive. There you go.
That's fantastic. Just 2 drives from Kevin and Elijah there. Probably 2 of the best drives I've seen.
Yeah. That drive from Elijah is unreal.
Another 3 birdies and a par on hole 22. Hole 23 is the iconic hole out of BC3. Par 5, 795. Probably plays between a par 4 and a par 5. You'll have to make a decision after your drive here whether you want to try to carry this pond. Basket is tucked under the tree on the other side of the pond. Beautiful second shot or third shot on this hole. Slopes away down to the water on the left. It's just unbelievable hole.
It's a great hole. It is the signature hole. There's a tree off the tee that's forcing you to kind of move the disc a little to the left, that tree there, and so everything slopes hard from right to left. So great shot. If you get over in the left tree line, you can have a really tough time getting blocked out, and you lose any chance for going for it in 2 if you have any interest in it. These guys all have the power to probably get there in 2 if they want to take it.
Kevin going huge.
Oh, that's smashed.
If you can make it past, which he's just done that, past that evergreen on the left side down towards the pond, that's about 400 feet, and then you've got another 300 or so to carry.
Oh, yeah. And then I thought I threw it.
It's got to hold, though, if it starts to hyzer out left.
Now, if he gets past that true, well,
It's
that's
right under it.
Yeah. If he gets past that, you have a chance.
Yep.
Again, it's that one tree there that's just out there that forces you to kind of manipulate the shot a little more than you'd like. If you'd like to just smash a big hyzer to the right.
If you pick too stable or you don't commit, that's kind of what happens right there, is it hyzers out left down towards the wood line. And then it's just kind of a hope you have a window from there if you want to try to go across.
Now, you would think, is he laying up? You'd think so, right? Maybe not.
No, he wants it.
There you go.
He's probably 350 away.
Oh, great shot.
Oof.
Oh.
All right.
Hold. So, up by the green, you see that the tree can make it tough because there's a lot of slope there, so that the arms of this tree reach out over the water. So something coming in from right to left can get grabbed by the tree and then drop into the water and never make it to land if it's too high. Mm-hmm. So once again, you got to control your height coming in, and you got to control the ground action when you land, because it can get really skippy there. And since it all slopes down to the water, you can skip from one side and then roll back from the backside. There you go. That's a good shot. Let's see.
This is Kevin's second. That is a smash off the tee to where he was. That is...
There you go. That's a great shot.
And you can see why this is, for this level of player, kind of between a par 4 and a par 5. the ability to throw that second shot close to the basket, you know, puts it between.
Yeah, I mean, you can go left or right here.
Just
You know,
OB.
what gets you there is the height, right? You're trying to, if the tree limbs aren't there, you're throwing a big high spike that's
Around
right
the back
next
of the
to
tree,
it, around
yeah.
the back of it. But you don't have that option.
Good run by Trevon.
Connor had a great shot in. I worried when it landed that it was going to release all the way down to the water like Elijah's did. But it came in so hot that it started that curl well up onto the dry land. Gosh.
Almost a 3.
I mean,
3 feels amazing. 4 feels good. 5 feels okay.
yeah, I mean, after that, all the risk he took with that second shot, I mean, you know, you'd love to get that eagle,
Yep.
make it all make sense, right?
Yep. So hole 23, average 4.45, like I was saying, right in between
Right.
4 and 5. We did have some 3s on this hole. Oof. Elijah just a little off today. That will be a double bogey 7 for Elijah on this hole. Connor will tap in for his birdie 4.
10 under.
And we did have 2 eagle 3s on the day. Kevin, one of them there, and then Lucas Rooney, who's also shooting hot, took the 3 on that hole. Hole 24, finishing hole here. A really solid par 4 to finish back towards the clubhouse. Got to throw across the road, kind of hit a
I
gap.
don't think the dragon hole's a par 3, so I think it evens out.
Okay.
We have a sponsor for this hole. Kevin trying to bite off a lot off the tee here. If you do get going right, it can make your second shot hard, which he gets a good
That's
kick.
a great kick. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great kick. Yeah, it's a little pinched. It's not as narrow. It looks more narrow than it plays. But you definitely want to.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, there's some stuff up there that you have to navigate. But if you get past those trees,
Right,
with
I
these
know.
guys'
I
power,
saw
they
that
can
from
get
my
there
phone.
from, as long as they're up on the flat.
Yeah, if you can get out to the left, you're in a good spot.
Right.
Makes that second shot. You can go backhand or forehand on the second shot if you can get enough power and get out to the left.
Yeah,
I
nice
thought
shot.
it hit the wire.
It's a really great shot from Kevin. That's a lot of distance. That's the scary shot there. The road and everything right of the road is OB. Blind uphill for Elijah. Still pretty short.
That told me nothing.
This is the forehand I was talking about. If you can get out like Trevon did, it makes that second shot forehand pretty easy.
Yeah, these are all. I mean, there is some slope if you really miss this and skip. There's some slope on the right hand side, but most of these players are never going to see it. Oh, did he hit the bird box?
That was a good hit. He was going a little long there. Fortunate. Kevin's just got a little chip shot from there.
That's a great drive.
He hit the same pole.
Nice dance.
He
With some
knows it.
style.
Wind's ripping a little bit. You can hear it.
Nice putt.
Good putt.
Yeah, I guess if you hit that bird box, you are definitely going a little bit too far. That's probably a good break.
You really feel like you want to capitalize on this last hole. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
gettable par 4.
Good
Good
putt.
putt from Elijah.
Here you go.
Lifted
Good
on him,
finish.
but it went
It's
in.
in.
Good finish from Kevin there.
Good card. Good play.
Good card. That is the end of round 1 at the Indiana State Championship. Connor with the hot 11 under. Kevin with the -8. Lucas picked it up even more and shot 14 down on the 21-hole layout. So Lucas and Connor setting the pace. Joe Barley, Peyton Stamen will be on our round 2 card. Thanks for watching. We'll see you for round 2. Thanks, Steve.
Thanks so much. Thanks, Chris. It was fun.